every single time I try and make a video explaining this, because I think I've been asked it before, maybe by you, something happens to the video. So we're going to try, it just happened, I recorded like a 3-minute video just now and it happened again, but we're going to try this one more time. So the origin of my pen name is multi-factor. I wanted a degree of privacy on the internet for my personal name and a personal identity. I wanted to incorporate more than just me into the authorship. I wanted to reflect the fact that it wasn't just me behind the writing. David, who's my co-author and editor, is very involved. My wife's involvement is not to be ignored in the story and its production. So I wanted that to kind of be reflected in the name. The word Melwasul itself. Oh, also, sidebar. Originally, we were going to have the entire story of the Paragon series being told by a character, and the author being a character within the world to a degree. We ended up not going with that, but that was something we were working toward, and I'm still kind of trying to fix some minor edits with that, with the spelling of a certain word in the book that was intentionally supposed to change throughout, which has bothered people immensely. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Melwasul. So Melwasul was pulled from Tolkien's Kenya. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've never actually, I think I've discussed that I haven't actually talked with anyone on the same knowledge base about that, but the Kenya. So Melwasul is a rough translation and combination of words in the Kenya to mean friend of the wind, which is just a term I really like. I really like the alliteration with Michael, especially how it's spelled, Michael Melwasul. I feel like it sounds really cool with the M's and the L's, and I like the sound of being friend of the wind, and I want my writing to be sort of a breath of fresh air, remind one of wind in the literary world, in the literary sense. So that's the origin and the meaning. I'm really into names. I love names that have deeper meanings. It's a theme throughout my writing. A lot of the Elvish names are pulled from the Kenya or references to that. There's a ton of references to the Silmarillion. I've got characters like Mara Reynolds is named Bitter Advisor, is the meaning of Mara and the meaning of Reynolds. So that's why she's named like that. Peter Blair, one of the main POVs we have in the story. Peter means rocky, and Blair means battlefield. So his name literally means a rocky battlefield, which, if you know his story and his journey, makes a lot of sense. There's a lot more I could talk about with names and the breakdown of character names. The Elvish ones take a lot of thinking. The human ones are easier. They vary how much I put in them. The dwarf ones and the orc names are usually just whatever sounds fun or creative or dwarvish. Like there's a name in the book which is Flint Rockwood, which is just a reference to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, because I think that's just a really funny dwarf name. Anyway, the child is squirming, so that's all for this video.